Hey y'all, let's continue our zodiac run through with Aquarius. Using the Curious Travels deck for Aquarius, I have already shuffled. We've got the bottom card as the Page of Swords. And we're going to pull 4 cards. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Devil. Yeah. So how these readings have been working lately, if you are new to the channel, is the last card has really been a warning from the universe. So we'll figure that out when we do clarifiers, but I'm definitely feeling that as an external energy, not as your energy. First of all, look at this beautiful card. I mean, if you're going to have to pull a devil card, that's not a bad one to pull, right? Definitely reading contracts. This energy has some similarities to the Scorpio energy, which is interesting. But let's mellow down now with a Rider-Waite-Smith for clarifier. All right, so, wow. You have a lot on the horizon. I think the benefit that you Aquarians have is that you are used to this sort of go with the flow energy. So that's a really good thing. I think not everybody's as adept at that as you are, and quite frankly, the other air signs. So let's talk about the Eight of Pentacles. There's definitely been this, I think you've got this existential. I think you have an existential crisis on your hands. There's a lot of feeling that you've been working extremely hard, and you thought you had goals in mind, but they haven't been manifesting. I'm gonna fly out. Yes. Okay. So you've been working extremely hard. Eight of Pentacles, in case you didn't notice. We've got a fly out of the Eight of Pentacles as well. So there's been this motivation that you've had, and you've been working extremely hard with the expectation that something's going to happen. But it hasn't. It hasn't, at least in the way that you thought it would. So you're starting to feel a little bit like it's a Sisyphean pursuit, where you've done all this work, you continue to work, and you just keep rolling that rock up the hill, and you have no end in sight. All right. So bottom card for the clarifiers for the Eight of Pentacles is the Three of Swords. We have the Tower. Yeah, this is that moment. This is that moment of, yeah. So you really thought, hold on. Yeah. You really kind of thought that you'd be at the Nine of Pentacles by now. You really thought you'd be stepping back and enjoying the labors of hard work. And you're realizing that's just not the case right now. I don't think, you know, I don't think you're feeling sorry for yourself. It's just like, come on, when is this going to end? And you're definitely, I hate to say it, but you might be getting a bit bored. Not, I mean, what you're doing, I feel like a lot of you are doing what you're passionate about. It's just, it seems like you've stagnated. So you're still passionate about the actions that you're doing, the things that you're doing and how you're doing it. It's just that you thought you'd be in a different place by now. I don't know. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense yet, but I think it's keeping you up a little bit at night. So, yeah, all fueled by a little bit of heartbreak. All right, let's look at the Five of Swords here. It's really such a sweet, sweet, sweet energy. I think you have a lot of, you know, there's no cups on the table yet, which is odd. Let's see what we have from the Five of Swords. Because it is a sweet energy, and it's not all about your career. The cards are very, very, not slippery, but jumpy. I'm not a huge fan of this, but it is what it is, and it is done. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. I've got the Three of Wands. And the Six of Wands. Whoop. You have an upside down, not upside down, but flipped in the deck, Justice card. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm kind of speechless. And I think that you are too, because I'm kind of seeing that you're, It's almost like you're not recognizing the victory that has come your way. It's almost like you're not seeing the forest for the trees. You're not seeing the victory as you asked for it because it's coming in slightly different than how you wanted it. Or you've got your sights set on something particular that's not actually meant for you. There's energy of success, empowerment, this fortune after difficulty, Six of Wands, like there's a response to all this hard work. It's almost like the universe is trying to show you exactly what you should latch onto, but you're looking at something else. Again, maybe a little bit of a test from the universe. Is like Cups game on the side of the street, you know, like distraction is causing you to lose sight of what's right in front of you. All right, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands. I love that little lizard on this in this deck. It's a callback to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck if you pay attention. All right, let's see here. Whew. Wow. Wow. I'm not even at liberty to say how there's some deep, deep feelings. There's some deep, deep feelings inside of you right now. It's almost too much. It's almost like, how are you bearing this kind of weight? Especially for an air sign. This is deep stuff. Like, okay, the bottom card is the Ace of Wands, even more. Page of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, this is, oh man, it's almost like you feel, it's almost like you feel that you have some kind of mission. You are not sure that you're equipped for it. There's a higher calling, there's a mission that you haven't shared with a lot of people, if any. You don't even have it fully visualized in your head, but there's a purpose. But you're not 100%. You have like these dueling forces inside of you in regards to how to accomplish it. But until you get this done, it's going to be a weight. It's going to weigh you down, and you're going to, like, I see vices. I see that vices are going to have a much stronger hold on you until you come through this inner conflict and get accomplished, done this mission that you find yourself sworn to. So it could be smoking, it could be drinking, it could be sleeping around. It's very uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't feel good right now. I don't feel good in this energy. How do you handle this? This is a lot. This is a lot. Let's see what the message is from the universe, because this is a lot to deal with. Goodness. You might want to play back what I read for the Knight of Wands a couple of times, if that resonates with you. Okay. Gosh. This is really cliche, and this comes from a little bit from psychology. I feel like I can read this energy because I know this energy a little bit, but I feel like a lot of this influence from this mission that you have, from this purpose that you have, from this is separate than this, okay? This is a separate modality of your life than what you've been really working on in the public sphere. But anyway, I feel like it might be fueled a little bit by parents, grandparents. And I won't go so far as to say it's a chip on your shoulder, but it's sort of a psychological glitch pre-programming, you know, sort of core learning that you inherited from parents, grandparents, I'm getting strongly, but could be either. I see there's an, like, this is really weird because I don't get so many messages all at once, but it's almost like you have this spiritual soulmate, and I don't mean that sexually. I mean like this soul connection, this spiritual soul connection with one of your parents or your grandparents, or maybe more than one. And I feel like that if they're here or if they're gone, you have this particular promise to them that has become this sort of weird mission of yours, and you don't feel necessarily adept to fulfill it. And so that's where the vices come in. I know, it's pretty cliche. A lot of us have this, right? So I'm sorry that I'm picking on you, Aquarius, but I feel like this is definitely something that's happening with most of you for some reason right now. And I don't know if it's the holidays. I don't know if this is the one or two of you Aquarius that are watching. Definitely getting some ancestral karma, contracts, promises, this sort of soul fulfillment. All right, what is the, it's very, I really am just dying to know what the universe is going to say about this, because that Devil card, is a very specific set of cards that wants to be pulled, so it's taking a minute. It's funny because everybody else sees you as just working your butt off, and I think you're really good at putting forward the image that you want to put forward, you know? Even this sort of imperfect image that you put forward is done in a very intentional way. Like even the ways in which you are kind of a weirdo. You are very good at showcasing that when you're putting yourself out into the world. And it could be fashion, it could be the way you wear your hair, it could be the way you talk. There's this sort of affectatiousness that's very natural for you, and you really don't shy away from that, right? So your work has become so involved with your personhood, but that's separate. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah. So definitely family, definitely tradition, definitely a way in which you have sort of ostracized yourself from not the family, really. Maybe the family. Maybe you've ostracized or cut yourself off from family members. But I don't really see this as a warning, because I feel like I've already given that to you. I think the universe is ready to go ahead, and I think you need to just release yourself from this bond, from this ancestral expectation, from a promise that you made. I really think it might be time for you to release yourself from that. I mean, with the Five of Pentacles, the universe is saying that at this point, there is no karmic expectation. There's no karmic equation. There's no responsibility for you to participate in this payback, in this promise. At this point, you're leaving yourself out in the cold. You're creating this reality. But the expectation from the universe, from your ancestors, from your parents, your grandparents, it's no longer there. And you can really just do your own thing without worrying about that anymore. Yeah, that's it. What a delightfully weird reading, just like y'all. And I love you. And I hope that in some way you found this helpful, because that's a lot of information, and I've never sort of channeled specifics like that before. So whoever's watching this, this was definitely meant for you. So good luck.